Hello, and welcome back to Again But Softer. I'm your host, Siona, and today we are talking about the 2026 version of what I'll call the trap. You know that trap, the trap I'm talking about, the one that's like a voice in your head that's telling you that if you're not optimizing your sleep cycle, or if you're not meal prepping on Sunday afternoon, or even when we're looking at the aspects of work, if you're not hitting your KPIs on a monthly basis, then you're somehow failing at the project of being a person or of being a woman. And because of that, we have been sold this idea that being high achieving is a personality trait. But think about it. Is this not sort of a compliance tactic? What if this kind of obsession with being good at literally everything is just a way to keep us too tired to ask who is actually profiting from this type of burnout? Is it me or is it society? So today we are going to explore that. And there is an article that I read recently called Strategic Mediocrity. So we are going to talk about it, how failing on purpose might just be the only way to actually win your life back. So take a deep breath and let's do this again, but softer. Before we dive into the systemic side of this, I want to do a quick check-in. I want you to think about one thing in your life right now that you're working too hard at, simply because you're afraid of being seen as average. Maybe it's the way that you format your emails, or the way that you have to have this hobby that feels like a second job. And if you don't do it, if you just quit and decide to just be okay, is that going to feel like mediocrity to you? If that kind of thought makes you feel guilty, then you have to ask yourself, who taught you that your worth is actually tied to your output? Because that is not naturally occurring. Guys, it's 2026, and by this time we were promised flying cars, but instead of that we have gotten biometric rings and a smartwatch with health scanners so that it can tell us that you didn't actually sleep well enough. So we are living in this kind of era that is very curated. A life where your morning coffee has to be a reel on Instagram, or where your career has to have a masterclass to go along with it. See, as an economist myself, I spend most of my days looking at so many reports, trying to figure out things to do with national resources. And most of my day is spent reasoning out with people about basically anything and everything. So my work is allocation of resources that we deem as scarce. That is my job as an economist. But when I look at my own life, actually when I look at all of us, there is an imbalance, because we are trying to be 100% at everything, always at the very top. And society calls this empowerment. But when I think about it, it's sort of a second shift, quote unquote. And why do I call it a second shift? It's because historically, When we look at our moms, our aunts, one of the things that used to happen in that era of women just having gotten a blue collar, is it a blue collar or a white collar job? As soon as they got back home, they start their second shift, because now it's the next shift of handling the home, handling the children, the kitchen, the homework, and the husband to top it all off. And so that is what empowerment feels like now. It's the second shift just branded differently. Because you're told sometimes you have your job, your main job, and you're also encouraged to have a hobby, which is not wrong, which is quite okay. But then you're also encouraged to monetize your hobby. Because then again, everything is a brand. You are a brand, or so we are told. And so it feels like sometimes if you're not monetizing your hobby, it then is a waste of time. Most of the time when you do that, you also stop enjoying actually undertaking these hobbies, because now your new hobbies or your old hobbies become a side hustle. And the moments when we used to rest, and during that rest is when we used to do our hobbies, now those moments are just part of a recovery system. A few hours on Sunday afternoon where you try to recover internally, mentally, physically, psychologically, in preparation for Monday, and the grind begins again. See, if your self-care requires a checklist, I have one of those on my phones, then are you actually caring for yourself, or are you just moving on from one shift to the next? And if you think about it critically, I feel like this is another form of gendered trap. I'll call it a gendered trap because society expects women to be polymathic experts. That is, you have to be the CEO, you have to be the chef, the therapist, doing all that while making it seem like it's an effortless venture. So technically, we are trying to be 100% at everything, and that expectation of total competence is a strategy to keep you overworked and overly compliant. Let's talk briefly about the double standard of that. You see, in the office or even in the home, when a man has a messy desk or has forgotten a chore, most of the time you'll find that will be excused by the fact that he is focusing on the big picture. While at the same time, if a woman has a messy desk or has not completed the chores for the day, it will seem as if she is unraveling. So in essence, society actually rewards a man for his singular focus, eye on the ball, they say, but it polices a woman for her lack of it. We are taught, most of the time, we are taught that to be respected, then we must be a polymath. And a polymath is a sort of a genius, sort of a know-it-all. Yet you're ostracized for the same thing. You will find people telling ladies that you are a know-it-all. Part it being an insult, part it being an expectation. And you spend every single day thinking about it, thinking about how you would have made a situation better, how you would have made someone else's life better. And you forget yourself most of the time because that is the expectation. You see, for us, being good at our job is not enough. You also, at the same time, have to also remember birthdays. You have to organize parties. You have to maintain that total competence, which is a full-time job that men rarely require to apply for. Because a tired woman doesn't have time to start a revolution, and that is by design. So what do we do about it? We can sit by and fuss about it. We can talk about it in podcasts and in women's groups, and we can talk about it everywhere. But if we don't do anything about it, then we are just as bad as what society has made us out to be. So how do we opt out of this game that we can never ever win? We must get strategic. We have to embrace what I call failing on purpose, being mediocre strategically. So we must fail on purpose. We must embrace mediocrity, but in a very strategic way. It's something I have created, and you can find the link on the blog post, where you will find a very brief toolkit that will guide you to strategically fail. And this isn't about being bad at your job, but it is about being strategically average, and only in those areas that do not serve your soul and your well-being. For example, if you are invited to a potluck and you do not feel like cooking, then just buy cake. And don't even try to put it in a nice plate. Just leave it in the plastic container that you bought it in. And guess what? The world will not end, and you just bought yourself 2 hours of silence and peace. And here's the secret. When you bring the store-bought cake, you have not just saved yourself some time. You have also signaled to every other exhausted woman in that room that they are also allowed to do the same. And all this without the fear of being sent to the Judas's cradle. Your mediocrity in this case is a gift of permission to everyone else. Another form of rebellion maybe is you stop being the universal search engine. And what do I mean by this? When you are considered too good at finding things or fixing things, then you become the default labor source. So in this case, maybe you should practice saying, listen, I'm not sure. You'll have to look that up yourself. Or sometimes, allow me time to look it up. I'll get back to you. And all these for tasks that were not yours to begin with. This way, you are protecting your headspace. You are protecting your mind in order to do things that actually are for you to do. This is about reclaiming your slack. It's about leaving that 20% margin in your life that belongs to no one else but you. And it's an art of sorts, an art of disappointing the system that wants to use you. So then you are present to the people who actually love you. Strategic mediocrity is not about laziness. Matter of fact, it is about sovereignty. Because in this case, you are deciding that your worth is not measured by how many plates you can keep spinning at the same time. It is measured by the plates that you choose to set down so that you can finally use your hands to build something that is actually yours. So, shut that laptop. Close your books. Go home at 5 p.m. Leave the laundry on the floor if it's not yours. Let someone else take the meeting notes. Choose to be average today so that you can be extraordinary tomorrow, where and when it counts. Until next time, see you ladies. Until we meet again, in again, but softer.